Closed captioning provided by the full-time MBA program in the Haslam College of Business. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is Tennessee.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
A passion that knows no equal. The heart and soul of the Volunteer State.
Show me you want to run the football.
Handoff gets to the outside. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Football rewards those who wear your opponent out psychologically and physically.
The most celebrated of traditions.
When you step on the field, there must be a sense of purpose.
The pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. And he goes down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this one.
Fires for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
I want to win for you.
Welcome to the Butch Jones Show, hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card, only from the official Bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By the 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough is here, only at your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. By Dish, home of the new 2-year TV price lock and official sponsor of the Big Orange. And by Farm Bureau Insurance. With agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
What a great way to start the Tennessee football season. The Volunteers go to Nashville and beat Bowling Green in the opener 59-30. Coach Jones, congratulations. What a great team effort for your squad.
Well, it was a team effort. We talk about playing complementary football in first game or the games of the unknowns. And now you come away from your first game and you take away what you did well and obviously the corrections that need to be made from week 1 to week 2. So this week will be a good week of preparation for us. But just very, very proud of our fans for showing up in Nashville the way they did, the way everyone handled the lightning delay. We were delayed for 80 minutes, but really our locker room, our players were locked in. Allison did a great job from a nutritional standpoint. Dave Lawson having our team ready to go, and Jason McVay as well. So when we hit the field at the lightning delay, we were ready to play.
It's amazing. You rehearse those things. I mean, you practice rain delays, don't you?
Well, those are those things that in preseason camp and as a staff, you always have a plan. And you never know if you're going to be able to work your plan, but I thought we were able to work our plan very efficiently Saturday night.
Running the ball, over 600 yards offense, that was all good. You also knew that Bowling Green was a very talented offense. Had to make adjustments throughout the game to slow them down.
Well, you're exactly right. Very, very talented offensive football team, and we knew coming into the game that's what we expected. And we needed to possess the ball, even though most of our scoring drives were 2 minutes or less. But we knew we needed to make every possession count with touchdowns and field goals, but also that we needed to be able to establish the line of scrimmage, and we were able to do that.
So a big win for Tennessee over Bowling Green in the opening game from Nashville. We'll show you highlights next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Vol Scholar of the Week. This week's Vol Scholar is senior safety Brian Randolph. When Randolph's not making plays in the secondary, he's crafting his skills in business management. Randolph's leadership skills extend from the football field to the classroom. That's why he's this week's Vol Scholar of the Week.
Jalen Hurd breaks a tackle with a bye to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Fires over the middle. Ethan Wolf, goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. Kick is blocked.
Tennessee wins over Bowling Green. Couple of notes from the game. Tennessee rushed for 399 yards in the game, the most since 1994. And the victory was the first time Tennessee won as a ranked team since 2007. A lot of good things came out of the game.
Well, a lot of good things, and you're playing a quality opponent, especially on offense. And I thought our players were able to persevere and work through some things, especially with a young football team. 22 newcomers made their Tennessee debuts, so a lot of positive energy and moving forward.
Coach, just like some of the highlights from the game, and there are a lot of things that I know, were pleased with, but a lot of things you can also work on for the Oklahoma game coming up.
Well, you're exactly right. We look at the highlights. If we go to the telestrator here, obviously running through the T in Nashville was something different, and I know our players enjoyed that. But, we get on the board here with the first touchdown of the year, an 8-yard run by Jalen Hurd. And if you really watch, we'll come to the other angle with it, is we have 2 key blocks at the point of attack. Josh Smith is a wide receiver. And then you can see right here, Coleman Thomas leading the way from the center position. And this is an element that Coleman Thomas brings to the table, is he wraps around. Great job by Jay-Sean. Then he gets the key block on the safety, and you can see Josh Smith in the end zone, and then Jalen Hurd gets 7 points for the Vols.
So a big rushing touchdown for Jalen Hurd, and then the kicking game was important for Tennessee.
Kicking game was monumental in the ability to flip field position here. And, Cam does a great job of fielding the ball on the bounce, and then you can see a lot of great efforts coming up in the screen here to your left. Again, this is Chris Weathered right there with a great block at the point of attack. And what you can see as we talk about body and a body, Emmanuel Mosley on the 30-yard line up at the right hash gets a key block right here. And then watch all the orange jerseys, what we call rip and run. Right there, Ralph David Abernathy right there getting a body and a body. You can see everyone's ripping and running. This is great effort. And then Cam, and look what it does for our offense. We have another short field.
And so Tennessee takes the ball inside the 20-yard line of Bowling Green, and then Alvin Kamara.
Yes, a 10-yard run here again. We thought that we could get the ball out on the edge on the perimeter. Offensive line doing a great job. Again, down blocked by the tight end, and then the wide receivers doing a good job. There's Jonathan Johnson up at top, and then obviously Alvin makes a guy miss, and we create space. We expect them, and great job of a balance. And if you look at the game, Jalen and Alvin combined for 267 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. And that's a tribute to all 11 individuals working together as one.
And Alvin Kamara, 144 yards, the most rushing yards by a Tennessee player in his first game as a volunteer.
Yes, obviously we're going to need more of that. And then obviously another big punt return again, gets the ball inside the 30. And the whole key is catching the ball, Bob, with your shoulders square. And what we always tell our punt return team is we want 1 first down, get us 10 yards for the offense. Again, if you look at body and a body, we created space at the line of scrimmage. There's another key block down there, and again, another short field for our offense.
So again, Tennessee goes to work offensively and on the ground.
Well, Jalen Hurd again going up over top, good second effort, and again, it puts us up 21-3.
Pretty good push right up the middle. Coleman Thomas again leads him into the end zone.
You can see right here we worked exceptionally hard on leverage. And we took care of the ball all night, which was great to see, Bob. We had 0 turnovers. Anytime you have 0 turnovers and you limit your negative yards on offense, you have a chance to win the football game.
So another scoring touchdown on the ground, and now Tennessee gets a big play defensively.
Well, Jalen Reeves-Maben here coming up with a sack that really flips field position. Demarie Mixon hugging the back up top. So we talk about our style of play all the time, and again, negative yardage football plays is what we want.
And Jalen Reeves-Maben gets the sack, and that thwarts a scoring chance for Bowling Green. And now Jalen Hurd, talk about how much bigger and stronger he is this year.
Well, he is, and right here we call this the blast drill, when you split 2 defenders, and you can see right here. And what you like about it, Bob, is you like the pad level, you like the burst, and you like the explosion. And right here on this play, the quarterback basically has 3 options. He can hand the ball off, he can deal the ball, he can run the ball, or he can throw the quick screen down here to Marquez North. And this is all what we talk about, managing the offense. And Josh did a very good job of commanding the offense. And then obviously Jalen Hurd splitting 2 defenders for 6.
And Coleman Thomas again leading the way, pulling from the center position.
Again, very, very athletic. Again, wraps around, and you can see Coleman Thomas gets a key block on number 20, their linebacker.
Well executed, another scoring touchdown for Jalen Hurd.
This play right here, Bob, coming up by Cam Sutton, I thought was one of the critical plays in the game. They're trying to throw a tailback screen here coming out, and they're anticipating man-to-man coverage. So you can see the wide receiver down here at the bottom anticipates that Jalen Reeves-Maben has the back man-to-man. So he's trying to crack on him, and then we talk about crack and replace, where we see the crack, and then you can see the acceleration. Close to being a safety here. Now the whole key to this was his helmet comes off, so he has to leave the game. Well, we're sitting with 3 timeouts in our back pocket. So what we did, Bob, is we used a timeout to conserve the clock, but also now we're able to buy him back into the game, and we had a big punt return that led to this next score.
And as you see, it's late in the first half, and Tennessee trying to score with 30 seconds to go.
Well, right here, and you like to see this second and third effort. We talk about 63 style of play, and he just hits a little flat route. Ethan Wolf does a great job of showing his numbers to the quarterback and then catching advance and not being denied at the goal line.
One of 2 touchdowns in the game for Tennessee's tight end Ethan Wolf.
And I really thought, Bob, that this is one of the key plays of the game, of having some momentum going into halftime. It's 28-20, it makes it 35-20, and now you have some momentum.
Because Bowling Green had come back to cut it to a 1-point game. Those 2 scores late really turned the game around.
Well, you're exactly right. And then answering their next score, and Evan does a little bit of hesitancy of bringing it out. We have a true freshman back there with Micah Abernathy, but brings it out and he hits it. And we got the double team at the point of attack, and again, gets us the momentum back that we needed.
So Tennessee in great position to answer the Bowling Green touchdown, and again, Tennessee looks to the tight end Ethan Wolf. This is the first play after the kickoff return, too.
Well, you're exactly right, and it's a play-action pass. We're running 4 verticals, and up over the linebacker. Josh does a good job of placing the ball up over the extended arm of the linebacker, and then Ethan obviously going up and what we call high pointing the football, catching it at its highest point, boom.
He said after the game he's really working on getting down the field more, and he did that a lot in this game.
Yes, he did. Ethan did a great job, and also I thought Josh did a very good job of manipulating the safety with his eyes and controlling the defender.
Second touchdown catch of the day for Tennessee tight end Ethan Wolf. The kicking game again.
Well, we really worked the kicking game, as we all know, and we've worked extra point, field goal block a lot. Here's Brian Randolph coming in clean. We get a great push at the point of attack, and here he comes in and blocks the kick. Now we're going to poison the football because the ball lands on our side of the line of scrimmage. But a great job here of 63 effort again. Watch our get off here at the line of scrimmage, coming off the ball, and then being smart and understanding the situation. The ball is on our side of the line of scrimmage.
Alvin Kamara, 144 yards, and this was a spectacular run here.
Well, spectacular run, and we actually drew this up on the sideline. This was a great adjustment by our offensive coaches in between series. You can see Josh Smith again, point of attack block, and usually when there's a big play downfield, that means that your wide receivers are blocking. Again, this is a dual option now for the quarterback, where he can spit the bubble up top, or he can deal the football. We're in the pistol here, and you get a talented receiver to the next level, and he's going to finish it. Now we got to work on his burst and explosion a little bit, and then this right here is what we call the blind pursuit. Is we got to make sure that we chin the football because you don't know what's coming behind. He does a great job of his balance and finishing off the score.
Big run by Alvin Kamara. He had 2 touchdowns in the game for Tennessee, as again, Tennessee over 600 yards total offense.
Again, offensive line establishing the point of attack.
And the touchdown goes to Alvin Kamara. And now Josh Dobbs shows off his legs.
Well, again, this is just a zone read here. You can see the defensive end down below here crashes down. Josh does a good job. And again, Marquez North gets enough of a block on his defender. And that's where the wide receivers are so critical in the blocking elements of getting your once we get them to the second level now, they come into play. Brett Kendrick does a great job of climbing to the linebacker at the right tackle position. And then Josh finishing it for 6.
He's got a burst too, doesn't he? As Tennessee gets into the end zone, Tennessee goes on to win against Bowling Green 59-30 in Nashville. Really a good win for your team.
Well, a very good win. And again, a lot of things that we need to move forward on. But when you look at the special teams game, and obviously we're going to be challenged come Saturday, but we have to get some things corrected. Our defense did a very, very good job on third down. I believe they were 3 of 18 on third down conversions, but we gave up 3 critical fourth down conversions. So we're going to work fourth downs. But anytime you can come in and correct your mistakes after a victory, it's great to do.
Tennessee running backs had a big day, and we'll highlight Tennessee running back coach Robert Gillespie next here on the Butch Jones Show.
Timeout to check the stats. Brought to you by Dish.
Year after year, Middle Tennessee supplies championship talent to the volunteer football program. From John Henderson, Tiny Richardson, Jeff Hall, Philip Fulmer, Kurt Watson, and Bubba Miller, just to name a few, to Team 119's Jalen Reeves-Maben, Derek Barnett, Jalen Hurd, Josh Malone, and Jawan Jennings. Nashville is all Vol. But 3 brothers from Huntland made a major impact on Tennessee football. Check the stats. The Majors family, Johnny, Bill, and Bobby, all played football for the Volunteers between 1954 and 1971. Each brother lettered 3 years while in Knoxville. In the 9 years of play, the Majors brothers had a combined record of 55, 27, and 4.
Check the stats. Only Dish offers a 2-year TV price lock with no hidden fees. Learn more at dish.com/Vol. Catch the Vols on Dish, proud sponsor of the Big Orange.
The Vol Network now turns the spotlight on Team 119. Brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Real quick before we start, pull out your notebooks. Give you guys a couple notes before we get started to write this down. You know, you just want to make sure you give these kids every opportunity to be successful. The journey began yesterday to Saturday. Now, a good group can put another day together. Coach Jones talked about it. We got to do a great job with chinning the ball. Ball gets away from our bodies. All right, you guys did a good job trying to finish your runs, but we got to do a better job of taking care of the football. All right, so we got to chin the ball better today. Let's make sure we get better watching film. I like my meetings to be interactive. I like to ask my guys a lot of questions during the meetings, because on game day on the sideline, I want those guys to be able to communicate the same way they would if they were in the meeting room. Way to get lined up. Good job with your eyes. Push off, still second base. Good. Catch the ball out in front. Again, we'll get this cut off, guys, and now it's just running. Again, the journey began yesterday. We got to take another step towards Saturday today. All right, let's go.
We warming up static tempo today.
Stop down there. Let's have a great day. We want to practice so hard that the game becomes slow.
Good, that's it. Throw yourself back, go back. That's it, good. Good. You won't be tripped like that. Let's go. That's going to be the long one. That safety can't trip you up.
We play at such a high tempo in practice. We move around. We're going from station to station, drill to drill. And, it's very fun, and I think, practices are long. They're tough. It's football.
Hey, you know what's wrong there? Your hands. Get your hands up. Go attack the edge more. Get your hands up one more time, Ralph. Go. Paint the picture. That's it. I like you painting. Paint the picture for him. If I jump inside, if I just hard sell inside, good. Punch him and run outside. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just make him be right.
Again, talk about the journey, another day better. Yesterday was good, today was better. Now we got to mature team tomorrow, being able to practice without your pads on, all right? But it wasn't bad. Let's make sure we pay attention to the fine details. Here we go. Get better on 2, get better on 2. 1, 2, get better. Coach Jones says all the time, see a little, see a lot. And I think those small details, when the kids see those things on game day, I think it validates all the hard work, all the preparation that you put in.
Again, guys, you've all worked hard to be here, man. This is it. Don't get no better than this. Somebody said earlier, man, live in the moment. Live in the moment. You get so many opportunities like this, bro. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're listening, it's football time in Tennessee.
Let's go. Offense! One go.
They're going to give it to Jalen Hurd. Breaks a tackle with a 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jalen Hurd scores the first touchdown of this new season.
That's a good job. Great job. Good job, guys. Hey, good job keeping your balance on that. Good job, run. Good run. Good job.
And over the top for a Tennessee touchdown.
Good job. Let's keep going now. Let's keep going. Keep playing ball. A lot of game left.
Hands the ball. Hurd going right. Turns the corner to the 5. All the way to the end zone. Jalen Hurd scores again. Hand it to him going left. He's got speed to the 10. Cuts it back at the 5. Breaks a tackle and darts into the end zone. Touchdown Tennessee. What a run by Alvin Kamara.
I think that's the most gratifying part, that these kids are able to see that as coaches, we'll get them prepared to be successful on Saturday.
Good time to feature your running backs, Coach, after a game like that.
Well, that gets you excited. And Robert Gillespie brings a whole nother element to our football organization, our football family. He's played the position, and you can see he has the unique ability to motivate and stimulate and really relate to the players of what they're going through, the daily rigors of being a student athlete. And then you look at their productivity, and they're one of the hardest working groups that we have in our football program. We talk about power of the position and being 9 for 9, being 9 strong, and our running back group Saturday night was very strong.
Indeed. We'll break down the Tennessee offense when we come back here on the Butch Jones Show in just a moment.
You're never too young to be a VFL. Sign up for the Junior Vols Club. For more information or to sign up for Junior Vols, visit utsports.com. Presented by the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. Proudly serving the University of Tennessee Athletic Department since 1949.
Tennessee gets 59 points in the win over Bowling Green Saturday night at Nashville. Coach Jones, a lot of good things offensively for your team.
Well, a lot of good things, and it starts first and foremost with taking care of the football. You heard Coach Gillespie in his segment talk about chinning the ball, and that's really a point of emphasis of taking care of the football. 0 turnovers. I believe we had 2 negative yardage football plays for the entire game, and then situational football, the critical downs, the third downs, but the red zone efficiency. We were 8 out of 9 scoring in the red zone. Now, Bob, we need to make that 9 out of 9. But the great thing is 7 out of 9 came in touchdowns.
Eric Ainge of All for Life, former Tennessee quarterback, now breaks down some of the key moments in the Tennessee attack.
Thanks, Bob. What we're going to do is take a look at a few plays that maybe wouldn't make the normal highlight reel, but are very important nonetheless. First one right here is cover 3. First, I'm going to give you a lesson on cover 3. Then I'm going to show you how we beat it right here with 11 personnel early in the first quarter. You can see right here, 9 minutes, 12 seconds. What we're in is 11 personnel. That's the personnel. You got 1, 2, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a running back, okay? They have 4 defensive linemen and a linebacker that are all going to rush the quarterback. 1, 2, 3 guys coming underneath. So they have 3 defenders underneath, 1, 2, 3 defenders deep. That's what cover 3 means. Cover 3 means deep third. Third, third, third. Zone, zone, zone. Curl flat, hook, curl flat. Normally you'd have 4 guys rushing, 7 guys back, and you'd have another curl flat, hook, hook, curl flat defender. But this is a zone blitz, cover 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to let this run. We've got Juwan going across right here, 5 guys coming, curl flat defender. You got Alex hooking up right here, and an isolation right here on number 20. So when we bring it back to the beginning, you can see it right here. Juwan's going across. He's actually going to snap his eyes around right when he clears this defensive end, and this guy's in a bind now. All Dobbs has to do is drop back and watch what this guy does. If this guy gets too wide, stays too tight, if he can hook this ball in here, right here, so right here, oh, he stayed tight, ball outside. Great job by Alex Ellis, getting his attention, number 20. Really nothing you can do with those 3 guys. If they zone blitz and we pick it up, good job O-line, you got 3 viable options right there. That's how you beat cover 3. Let's go to the next one right here. It's actually cover 2. So now you got a lesson in cover 2, how we didn't beat it, and then how DeBoard and Dobbs got on the same page with a big completion. So first one right here, we let it run. Again, 4 D linemen. Now we have a normal rush ratio. 4 guys coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in coverage. So you got 2 guys deep and 5 guys in coverage. Dobbs doesn't see the rolled corner. This guy's got the flat now. Now they're covering them outside in. There's only 2 ways to do it. Inside out or outside in. Malone runs the hitch right into the rolled cover 2 corner. All right? Dobbs throws the incompletion, doesn't see cover 2. woe is me, world's gonna end, 28-20, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? But DeBoard and Dobbs get on the same page, it's all good, very poised, I love to see it. Come back on the very next play, 3rd and 7, 42 seconds left, first 2-minute drill of the first game of the season. Dobbs comes back right here. This is how you beat cover 2. Wolf comes off right here, hooks up right here on this Will linebacker. Eat him up, throw the dig behind him. Eat him up, throw the dig behind him. You'll notice as soon as he turns his shoulders to run to Wolf, ball's coming out, hitting Malone right behind him. So as we let it roll, coming back, good protection. As soon as he turns his shoulders, and you can really see it from the next copy. When we go back and we let Wolf take him out, watch number 20 right here. He's gonna go, and then this sets up a huge completion to Josh Malone, which led to a big touchdown for Jalen Hurd right before the half. Plays like this for Malone set up touchdowns, big touchdowns for Jalen Hurd. Plays like that made him the AutoZone player of the game. Congratulations to Jalen Hurd, our AutoZone player of the game. For the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need, get in the zone. AutoZone.
Time now for Exact Science, brought to you by Humana, your partner in health.
The squat movement, in our opinion, is the most important lift. Everything develops from the squat. Your overall strength, your hip flexibility, core strength, mental toughness, all these components are developed by one lift. We have Matt Crowder here demonstrating from up at Muddy Creek Road in Piney Flats, Tennessee. So here we go with this movement. Mac will step up under the bar. What we coach our athletes to do is to get the bar up on the upper part of the trap here, arm length. We want the thumbs wrapped around the bar again. Mac will stand up with the bar, step back about a step and a half. From that position, we're going to initiate the movement from the hips. Mac sitting on his heels will rock his hips, sit down. We work down to a hamstring parallel position. We want to work to a hamstring parallel position as opposed to thigh parallel. And he would drive straight up off the bottom. It's a key component because you can develop just pure raw strength, which you transfer over to the Olympic movements or the explosive movements.
Today we're going to demonstrate a dumbbell squat. This is a great alternative to a back squat. If you have a shoulder injury and you can't place the bar on your shoulders, this is also a very good teaching tool to teach proper lower body and upper body mechanics on the squat. First off, holding the dumbbell, he's going to hold it, weight on his palms, keeping that big chest. Now he's going to turn sideways. We're going to demonstrate this squatting motion. He's going to keep his chest big, abs tight. First thing we're going to do is we're going to initiate the movement by rocking his hips, sitting back on the heels. Again, keeping the chest big, abs tight, weight on the heels. As he drives up, he's going to drive his head and shoulders up, always maintaining a proper back alignment.
It's a very challenging, hard lift. No one will go in on their own and just do a squat. That tells you how hard it is to do. That's why it's important in our development of mental toughness in our program as well.
It's about legs, isn't it?
It's all about your lower body strength, and Dave Lawson, Mike Sershin, our entire strength staff does a tremendous job, and we did a study. Over 86% of a student athlete's time is spent with your strength staff. That's where your toughness is born, your flexibility. Everything that it takes to play winning football is really born in the strength and conditioning area.
And that's where you win games in the fourth quarter.
Well, absolutely, and that's how you have the ability to rush the football. And again, you win football games in the fourth quarter, but really 4 quarters of football, and we always talk about you wear your opponent out 2 ways, psychologically and physically, and all that is born in the weight room.
We'll come back, we'll talk about Tennessee defense next here on the Butch Jones Show.
This is how the Vols pitch in.
This summer, Team 119 volunteered their time, energy, and strength to the city of Knoxville. Alongside Habitat for Humanity, they helped build a home for a single mother and her 3 children. In a true family effort, even the Tennessee coaching staff wives contributed to painting the interior. This was the third build for junior Jalen Reeves-Maven.
Outside of the complex, outside of practice, we always try to get around each other, hang out, just do different things to bond, and this is definitely one great one that we do every year.
So to Donna, Johnisha, Jonathan, and Josh, welcome home.
Pitch in and do your part to make Neyland Stadium a zero-waste facility. Sponsored by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. Promote sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
Tennessee wins its opening game over Bowling Green, 59-30. You held Bowling Green to what their season average is, 30 points. But I thought in the fourth quarter especially, you really dominated the game and really won it there.
Was particularly pleased with our fourth quarter performance, and you shut out an explosive offense like that. They're an offense that forces you to make many in-game adjustments with their tempo, so you really can't make those adjustments during the course of a series just because of their tempo. And really, when a team plays fast, it takes away team defense. You're not able to celebrate. You're not ever able to collectively get your thoughts together as a defensive unit because it's so fast. So the sideline adjustments are critical, and I thought for the most part, playing a lot of young players, a true freshman in the dime package, and that's what they do is with their personnel, they force you to play different personnel packages.
And when Tennessee had all the injuries in the secondary, had to shuffle guys around, and the constant adjustments you had to make during the game, I thought was really remarkable how you were able to take things away from Bowling Green.
Well, I thought our communicative process was outstanding, and we talk about that and we work that all the time, but you really never know with the flow of a game how it's going to occur and really how you're going to be able to execute the communicative standpoint. And I thought our players, I thought our coaching staff did a very good job. And, you know, sudden change, Kurt Maggitt leaves the game after the first play of the season with his hand. He had to have some stitches. So, again, it's everyone understanding their roles and really taking advantage of those roles and being role players.
And the bottom line is Tennessee got the big win over Bowling Green. Eric Ainge now takes us inside Tennessee's defense.
Thanks, Bob. Now I want to talk about defense, more specifically man-to-man. We talked about zone earlier, cover 3, cover 2 when we were doing offense. Now I want to talk about man-to-man defense and in the red zone. Our DBs got beat a little bit earlier between the 20s, all right? Now we're talking about the red zone. You got to buckle down. Everything happens faster. You had 3 seconds. Now you have 1.8. Quarterbacks got to get the ball out faster, especially when you're getting the heat brought on you by an all-out blitz, okay? Man-to-man can be cover 2-man, one cutter, one robber. We'll get into all that as we go through the show, as we go through the season. Right now you got cover 0. Cover 0 means no safeties deep, man-to-man across the board. The goal of that is to have one more guy coming than they can block. We bring 6, and they keep the running back in. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 linemen, and we bring 6. So they actually pick it up. They do a pretty good job, okay? Kirkland could have been a free cutter, but he didn't. He stays back. Right here, quarterback picks the tight end on Randolph. Pretty good matchup. We get a big stop. 3rd and 10. Could have been a one-score game. It's not, because as we let this roll, you'll see, and Randolph actually does a great job of staying inside, taking away the quick pass, which they'll get to later. They try it. We do it again later. Randolph knocks the ball down. Coach loses his composure, gets a 15-yard penalty. It's a great job by this. It actually leads to a blocked field goal, and we'll get to that right now. You'll see it. He blocks it. Cover 0, blocked kick. Great job by 37. They get the ball back. They actually get right back in the red zone between the 20s. Again, man-to-man, getting over the top. But here we go again. This time we're not disguising. This time we're going right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bringing the house. Here we go. Man-to-man, Abernathy. Now they're going to try to hit us with the quick one. Snap, down, set, hut. Ball snapped. 1, 2, 3, quick slant, trying to hit it real fast. 37 comes underneath. Incomplete pass again, 3rd and goal, 42-27. Chance to cut it to a one-score game. And we get a big stop by bringing pressure, playing man-to-man, buckling down in the red zone. That's what you want to see in a first game. You get beat between the 20s. When it matters the most, guys step up, rise to the occasion, and make a big play. That's it from the film room. We'll be right back.
No matter the day, it's always football time in Tennessee. Join the Vol Network each weekday at Calhoun's on the River for Vol Calls. Talk Tennessee football with head coach Butch Jones. Vol Calls, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on the Vol Network. You asked, he'll answer. This is Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Check them out at academy.com/vols for your chance to win Tennessee football tickets. No purchase necessary.
Here's our first question, coaches, from Doug Hayes, and he asked, how do you keep a team motivated and focused during a rain delay like you had last night?
Well, a lot goes into it, a lot of moving parts and pieces. It starts with our players, our coaches, our entire sports science department did a tremendous job. And just, again, we would let them sit, relax. We had them have fresh socks, even if they wanted to take their pads off, clean T-shirts, so the equipment staff comes into play as well, trying to get the nutrition, the hydration, and so getting them up, stretching, keeping their bodies activated, and letting them take a break. But really, the players kept each other motivated, and it was a very spirited locker room while we did have the delay.
Now, what does a coach do? Just pace around and climb the walls?
You continue to pace and you try to read their body language, and then you're trying to come up with a plan of how you can start fresh. But again, we had rehearsed it as a staff before, and I think that really helped us.
We're joined by John Bryce of the Vol Network. John, good to see you this morning.
Great to be here, guys. Butch, I wanted to talk to you. You referenced the things that you did in the locker room during the lightning delay, but I talked to some of your staff members. You guys had gone over that, I think, at your hideaway in late July in the mountains, and they said that you had a plan so detailed that you had a 30-minute plan, a 60-minute plan, and a 90-minute plan. Where did that come from? Why did you feel the need to plan that far ahead?
Just trying to think things through, and if you recall the first game of the year last year against Utah State, we were preparing for a weather delay. We didn't have it, but we were prepared. And it's all about never being surprised and really having a plan in place. And it's always ongoing, like you just said. It could be 30 minutes, it could be 60 minutes, it could be upwards to 90 minutes. So it's just having that plan in place.
Did you ever think you would be serving your players hot dogs at halftime?
Well, we did. We actually went and bought hot dogs from the concession stand, again, just keeping the nutrition, keeping them eating. And again, our staff did a tremendous job.
Coach, let's talk about the week coming up. Very important, Oklahoma national stage. Went through this last year going to Norman, so the players, some of the players on the squad know a little bit about the magnitude of a game like this, but how do you get them ready for a home game and all the hoopla that's going to be going on?
Well, again, it's part of that maturity as a football team and being able to handle all the clutter and distraction that's associated with playing this game. But it's the most important game because it's the next game, and we'll prepare exactly the same way. I think our players have a very good reference point of Oklahoma. They're a very, very good football team. I thought they were one of the most underranked or underappreciated football teams in all of college football going into this year. And I know they have a lot of confidence, and I know they're a very, very talented football team. And we have to make tremendous strides this week from going week 1 to week 2.
Big week coming up for your football team. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you against the Sooners Saturday.
Thanks, Bob.
Butch Jones with us, and we'll continue next here in just a moment.
Time now for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponents. Brought to you by First Tennessee, the official bank of the Vols.
Well, Oklahoma comes into Neyland Stadium on Saturday. They rolled up 41 points against Akron. This is a team that wants to be physical.
It does want to be physical, Bob. Very interesting dynamic to that game. It was only 14-6 at halftime, and Oklahoma did not run the football very well in that contest. Shamaze Perine, the star running back for Oklahoma, only had 33 yards. I think Joe Mixon, the freshman that everyone's been talking about, made a splash play in the pass game, but did not run the ball particularly well. Again, it took Oklahoma pulling away in the second half of its home opener against the Akron Zips.
I guess the biggest question about Tennessee, how do they handle this big stage? How do these young sophomores and freshmen, when everything's focused on them this week nationally, how do they handle this?
Bob, I've spent so much time around them the last few weeks. I think they're really eager to show people that they can handle this. I'm curious about how Baker Mayfield handles his first road start in a really long time. He began his career at Texas Tech as a walk-on, ended up starting 8 games there, sat out all of last season. So this will be his first start on the road in about 2 years. Neyland Stadium is going to be an environment that I don't think any of us has seen probably since around 2006.
Let's talk about the Tennessee offensive line. They've got passing marks, I think, for the game against Bowling Green.
Boy, I'm curious to see where Coleman Thomas grades out, Bob. And I noticed that we talked about it on the broadcast yesterday. He was making blocks at the second and third levels, doing things downfield, very athletic. We saw that athleticism. As somebody told me, when he's at the center, we're a different offense.
Dobbs did a lot of good things against Bowling Green, but he's got to be better against Oklahoma.
He does, and a lot of areas of the team have to be better against Oklahoma. There was nothing perfect about yesterday's performance, but there were some really good elements to yesterday's performance.
So again, Tennessee gets the big win against Bowling Green. Now the Volunteers get set for the Oklahoma Sooners. They come into Neyland Stadium on Saturday night. It's a 6 o'clock kickoff, and of course a big crowd will be expected and lots of attention nationally. We'll show you highlights of the Tennessee-Oklahoma game next week. Glad you're with us for the Butch Jones Show. For John Bryce, I'm Bob Kessling, and we'll see you next week here on the Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Hand Digital Studio.